Ah. Yes, 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 yes. Where last we left our heroes. In the Champions of Nirn campaign, starring the Crimson Bones, they had just finished up their meeting with the Sergeant at Arms Barrows of the Town Guard and decided to go delving into the sewer works beneath the city, finding themselves somewhat trapped in the sewers after a brief encounter with Dramlings and a large, odd man who was startled and ran off. The Crimson Bones found nothing but a bevy of rats and frogs as they pushed deeper and deeper within the sewer works of Garza. For what seems like hours, the Crimson Bones have descended, and so they have finally escaped the proximity of the Dram Lord and find themselves cold in the damp dark, surrounded by faint croaking echoing through the moist bricked halls with no daylight in sight. And this is where we return to you gentlemen now. You are down in the dank depths of the sewer. I hate to say it, with nothing but the light of Mandion's torch to guide you all. You have just entered into a fresh area here, a new zone, not yet traveled. A thinner, shoulder-to-shoulder hallway, if you will, for lack of a better word. And it's a little tight in here. It's a little dank. It's a little tight. What are we feeling, Crimson Bones?
How far behind us is that last room that we fought in?
Ooh, the one that you fought in is a good deal away. That was the first room that you got, you gentlemen fell into, to get into the sewer. AKA your way out. And that is a great deal away. Probably a nice, it's going to be your entire journey backward, pretty much.
Okay.
Which, if you want time or distance, I think perhaps a roll or something to that effect may be in order, Master Gelden. It's up to you.
Okay, gotcha. But we're like deep into this hallway.
Deep.
It's not like
deep, as it were. I will say, you would of course know, a reminder that there was another larger room that you gentlemen were in before this hall, before it narrowed into this hall. That's probably only a good 200 feet or so back the way you came.
Okay.
You remember there was a that was a much more sizable room. And there was a little iron gate that Syphax had to kick open to get you all into this area, which you currently find yourselves in now.
Well, Crimson Bones, should we proceed, or do we need to prepare?
I would like to propose backpedaling to that room and setting up for a short rest. I'd like to spend at least one hit dice and try and heal up a little.
Sounds good to me.
I'm with you.
I will pass. After his mentioning of healing, I'm going to pass some healing potions to Ulzgud. I'm going to give him 2 regular potions of healing and 1 potion of greater healing.
Ooh.
Use them as you will.
Nice.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Mandion.
Yeah, you can put those in the chat, Master Gelden, if you desire, just to make sure it's clear.
Sure.
And for the record, but I don't see why not. Mandion, you may deduct them. Ulzgud, you may add them at your leisure. You gentlemen kind of take a moment in this hallway area to go about doing such a thing, and you can faintly make out the croaking. It seems somewhat constant, a faint croaking, perhaps from both sides of the hallway. It seems now at this time. It is constant. The croaking and ribbiting of frogs.
Manny and Gelden would like to take the lead on the way back to the first room.
So be it. So be it. If no one wants to do anything else, you gentlemen will start your trek back the way you came.
I'll follow Mandion.
Okay. You gentlemen narrowly have to squirm past Syphax and Skeezewell in this space. There's hardly enough room for you all to bypass one another. And there's really only room for two people to be shoulder to shoulder in this tight hallway area. So Mandion and Ulzgud can share the beginning of the formation, if you will, as you gentlemen push deeper and deeper within the sewer works, or well, rather back to where you came. It only takes 2-3 minutes or so before Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you see something. As you are heading to the mouth of this hallway area, you spot the gate which had been kicked in by Syphax to lead you all into this area. And beyond it, in the large room, your destination, there is unmistakably the glinting eyes of a little frog man. Probably about 4 feet tall. I would say a good 40 feet away or so, approximately.
I will alert the rest of the party, and I will attempt to, in the common tongue, call out to the frog.
Oh shit. Well, we'll see what the result of that's gonna be.
Oh wait, yeah, does he see us? I'm assuming he can see us.
Interesting. I would definitely say so.
Yeah, it sees us and it didn't attack. I will attempt to call out to it.
Yeah. There's this brief awkward moment where you interlock and you speak out to the Crimson Bones, alerting them of the situation. And you see the glinting eyes of the creature, lift up, and it swells out of sight to the right of the entryway, somewhere in the large room, and is no longer seen.
Should we follow it?
What was it? I didn't see it.
Big old frog,
Not a
Syphax.
frog.
Whoa.
It could be a trap, but I think that.
Where there's one, there's many.
You're right, Skeezewell. I say we try and go in there.
After the frog?
Yeah, that's the room we need to go into, right?
I suppose so. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. What's the play, gentlemen? Are we rushing in? Are we sneaking in? Are we moving at like some type of combat pace? What's the play here?
I was thinking, normal walking pace, normal traveling pace.
Okay.
I don't feel too threatened. I don't know if anyone else does.
I don't, and I will not have my weapon drawn.
Damn. Okay. So be it. you gentlemen walk into the place rather regularly. Skeezewell, Binbag, unless you want to do anything special or different, I assume you stay walk in step with everyone else. Syphax will do his best to play along as well. As you gentlemen push forward into this dark subterranean space, the glint of Mandion's torch illuminating everything, you look over to the right and also over to the left and spot a figure on either side of this entryway. As you gentlemen step in, they kind of both step back from the bright torchlight. One of them, a 4-foot-tall, brown, frog-like man, with a little fur-brimmed hat. It seems that perhaps this creature is found, and a spear in one hand, and then he kind of like raises the spear above his head, but not pointing it at you, almost in some type of odd gesture. And the other frog over yonder, another similar 4-foot tall amphibian creature with, but just it seems a leather shirt of some kind, and another spear, kind of stands very hesitantly. Their yellow eyes looking at you expectantly. Crimson Bones, what's the play? What's the play? These creatures stand unsure.
I look at the creature and say, we're just trying to sit down and have a little rest here. Is that okay?
Which one do you look at?
Room? I kind of like glance between them like nervously, like I'm looking back and forth.
Sure. The brown one's staying absolutely still with the spear, like both hands over his head in a very awkward gesture. And the other one with the shirt is standing with his spear in one hand and his open three-fingered little frog hand open to you and kind of reaches out in your direction, Mandion Gelden, and kind of like gestures to and fro, almost kind of like beckoning you kind of like toward him, or something to that effect, with his little frog hands. You can perhaps make an insight check to garner more into the creature's gestures.
I'll kind of I'll take a step forward and kind of like put my hands out, like, what do you want?
The little green one kind of like takes a step back as you take a step forward, and then sees your open hands. I suppose as a well. I mean, you have the torch, right? You're the torch bearer.
Yeah, I have the torch.
So you're probably only about like 15 feet away or so from this creature now. Just beyond him, about 10 feet or so, and just about 10 feet behind the other creature as well. Running horizontally in this room from the current orientation you guys just entered into it is a little sewer stream that flows from right to left. That the creatures seem to be, kind of keeping one eye on as they have their odd frog heads half tilted in your direction. And the green one, Mandion, that was beckoning forth to you, kind of like looks around with his little green body, and his little yellow eyes, and he looks at your bag of holding at your hip and kind of like points down at that.
Can I do an insight check?
Ooh, yeah, sure. I'll allow insight or nature, because these creatures are kind of bestial in nature. So whichever suits you better, inside or nature. I'll allow it.
I think he's trying to tell me something. I'll do insight.
Oh. All right. Allow me to whisper to you what you glean from this creature.
Okay.
Oh, he's in trouble now. Oh, hey, buddy. All right. So
What's up with the frog?
you think maybe he like might want something from you? You know,
Okay.
maybe not necessarily the bag of holding, perhaps, you know, right? Necessarily, but, you know, like something, you know, right? You know, perhaps it's some type of payment in some way or another. You know, this creature may very well simply want a fancy bauble or some type of trinket, perhaps, you think. Hard to say, but you suspect as much.
All right.
There
Very
you go.
interesting. Cool.
That's
Thanks.
what you got.
Leave it up to
Sick.
me then if it's that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mandion Gelden gleaming what he can from this odd frog's gestures. Is there anything you want to do, Mandion Gelden, in these few precious seconds, or anyone else for that matter?
I would like to put a finger up to the frog as if one moment, and then I want to speak to Ulzgud and see if he's able to talk to it.
If you can buy me 10 minutes, I can cast
That's
my
right,
speak
it's
with
10
animals. Or
Skeezewell's gonna take out 25 gold pieces and a raw ration.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I
Okay,
nod to
Skeezewell, go ahead.
Skeezewell, and I step back a little.
Side effect cigar. Well, careful, guys.
Skeezewell would like to approach slowly.
Okay. All right. You head toward the one that Mandion was interacting with.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. It stands with one hand upon its vertical spear, planted firmly upon the brickwork, and with its three little fingers, it beckons you forth. Skeezewell Binbag. Its facial expression very hard to read. It looks like exactly that of a frog as you get closer and closer.
Skeezewell is gonna have the gold in his left hand and the meat in his right hand. He's got that in front of him. And Skeezewell is going to, with his thumbs, he's gonna waggle them and he's gonna cast some prestidigitation. He's gonna make it look like there's a sort of fog coming off of the back of his head.
Oh, interesting. What's your? Yes.
It's a slight incantation.
Is
Slight visual effect.
there is there any intent you have behind that?
Skeezewell is all about the pomp and circumstance. You know, this is the first meeting. You know, this is a very precious moment. So Skeezewell wants to sort of imbue in the frog people that he's of the fog. You know, he's a mystical miser.
Interesting. Okay, very good.
He's gonna lay down those two piles at the same time in front of the frog, kneeling down, bowing before the frog, silently, and then he's gonna back away and slink behind Mandion Gelden.
Throughout the process, the creature shows increasing interest. Especially when the bowing occurs, you know, you definitely sense, and everyone watching, you know, you watch as like this frog creature kind of like stands up taller and taller, its neck stretching, very, very keenly investigating Skeezewell Binbag, and pretty much as soon as Skeezewell Binbag makes his way back toward the group, the creature waddles forth, and kind of scoops everything up, and waddles backward and starts investigating the goods. Yeah, and the other furred hat one kind of looks over at the green shirted one, and there's some croaking, a small croaking exchange occurring between them both, and the other furred one kind of looks over at you guys now and lowers its spear underneath its head and kind of with its little arm kind of like beckons a very similar gesture, and now it seems like this other brown furred not brown furred hat frog is interested in a trinket or a tree as well.
Mandion steps forward and he's going to hand him a bowl of noodles and 30 silver.
Okay, all right, okay. So be it. This frog with this crooked furred hat keenly investigates the offering, Mandion Gelden, and kind of scoops it off the ground in a similar way, before croaking a bit and jumping into the little sewer way that leads into the room. And it seems like this little brown furred hatted one is just kind of sit in the sewer water for right this moment and check out some of the little glitz and glamours they have. And it seems like these two frog men have lost interest in you guys and are pretty fixated on the little treats that have been given.
They're just sitting in this first room with us.
Yeah. One's sitting just kind of like plopped down in the water as you would expect a frog to do, and the other one is just kind of like standing over in like the far corner now, checking out his stuff. It seems.
And
they're just chilling.
I turn around and look to the party and say, "Well, looks like we have our watch guards while we take a quick nap, huh? If they make any noise, we'll know if anything's here."
Yeah, let's set up a camp.
Excellent.
Skeezewell leans into Mandion for a whisper.
If you want me to fireball them all now, it's the time. Just give me the word.
And Skeezewell slinks away, preparing camp in the dark.
Skeezewell, and I whisper, "Oh, I'll give you the signal." Trying to play into his wishes.
Without turning to look, Skeezewell gives the thumbs up.
Mandion Gelden is going to sit down kind of near the frog. He's going to be like 10 feet away from the frogs and kind of like rest against the wall.
One's kind of close to one wall, and the other one is close, pretty much in the corner of the opposite wall. These guys aren't chilling together.
Okay.
It seems,
I'll hang out by the wall that the one that I gave stuff to.
The fur hatted one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're checking him out. You're checking him out.
Cool.
He's sitting there chilling. It's hard to tell what they're looking at directly. They kind of have that that frog 1,000-yard stare where they kind of just look off, wherever. But you can see him keenly inspecting, and you watch him, Mandion Gelden, as he with his large tongue and slurps up the noodles from the cup.
Gross. Nice.
With his big frog tongue, and his eyes kind of like sink into his head a little bit and pop back out in that weird frog way.
Nice.
He's just kind of sitting there chilling, his little neck thing going, breathing quite rapidly as frogs do. Seems like, you know, these frogmen are indeed humanoid frogmen.
Is that stream that they're sitting in, does it have like its own entrance and exit, or is it like?
It does. It does too. It does too. It's interesting. It has its own little well, from one end right now, this looks like the exit area. It looks like its own little kind of like, you know, ground cistern, almost like you would find, you know, on the outside of a, you know, like house or whatever, you know, like reminiscent of like a basement window cover almost, you know, right? That type deal. Very, very, very small, you know, little water access flow, you know, type device.
Gotcha.
Doesn't seem like it's meant for, you know, human passage.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. I just wonder if that's how they're getting in and out, which I deduce probably.
Yeah, it may be. It may be. For these creatures seem like they may be just the right size to slink in there, and they presumably don't have to worry about drowning either. So could yeah. So could very well be where the creatures are coming from. Cool. And this little fur-hatted frog is probably about, you know, 10 feet or so away from that.
Okay.
Crimson Bones, are we up to anything else as this short rest is underway?
I'm just gonna hang out and watch some frogs, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna have one of my potions of healing.
Ooh, okay. Very good. As you will.
Am I able to work on my module here? Or,
I guess so.
That's kinda a weird spot.
I mean, you know, what? Why don't we have a constitution check to see how you're dealing with the swampy and, well, sewery environment. Pretty swamp-esque. It's like an indoor swamp. Not too bad. Could be better, could be worse. You might be able to get some module action finished, but you'd have to have someone else hold the torch for you.
Yeah, that is true. There's really nothing I could put the torch in, is there? Maybe can I like stick it between like some brickwork or something?
Nope. Syphax will hold it though, if you desire.
Alright, I'll go with the Syphax.
Damn, you gave Ulzgud fucking Mandion. Ulzgud, you pop open the health potion. You know, looks good to you. That, you know, fucking Mandion gave you a nice healing potion. Thank God. The Crimson Bones. Thank God. Mandion Gelden by the Divines. How excellent. You cock that shit back. Sour to high hell. By the seven hells. Fucking sour as shit. Unfortunate.
Yummy.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you weave all the better, but, you know, certainly not the freshest of healing potions. Who knows how long he's been holding on to that. Anyway, Syphax comes over, Mandion, and he's willing to cast the light for you.
Excellent. Thank you, brother.
Huh, the least I can do.
Mandion will fiddle away on its elemental module for an hour or so.
So be it. Skeezewell Binbag, are you partaking in any particular activity during this short rest, my friend, or is it purely focusing on rejuvenation? Or otherwise?
Skeezewell is going to take 5 grams of smoke leaf from his jar.
Very good. It's easily yours.
And Skeezewell is going to attempt to demonstrate how to consume smoke leaf to the frog people.
Oh, very good. Is there a frog in particular you desire to show this to? Unfortunately, you won't be able to show it to both, unless you perform 2 different performances.
What about a group performance? I mean, they're both there, right? Or are they like separate?
They're far enough away from each other where you probably wouldn't be able to be seen by both at the same time.
All right, I'll go for Fluffy Hat.
Ooh, okay, all right, very good, very good. You head over by Syphax and Mandion, and Ulzgud, I assume, who is probably not too far away from the boys as well. And head in front of this fur-hatted frog bathing in the sewer water. Hard to tell if you have his attention or not, but yeah, you get a good deal in front of him, and he remains in his position.
All right, Skeezewell's got the worm tooth pipe loaded up, but not with all of it, obviously. But yeah, he's just gonna sit by the frog and just light it up, get that stink wafting, trying to get his interest.
The frog checks it out, and then kind of crouching over on squatting in like a regular frog position, kind of like lumbers over on all fours, his spear left in the river water, and he comes over checking you out, Skeezewell Binbag.
Skeezewell takes a puff from the magical worm tooth pipe.
Very good. Very
and,
good.
With the smoke still trailing off the tip, he leans the mouthpiece over in the frog's direction.
Damn. Damn. Let's see. I'll have to roll for this fool. I don't even know if they're smart enough to do that. We'll find out in a second.
Do they even know smoke?
They may. They may. They may not. Oh, you know what? They may. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? They do. They do. Little frog kind of like, inches forth, and puts his little frog lips upon the smoking implements he's been bagged, and begins partaking in a bit of the smoke leaf.
Skeezewell is going to attempt to continue this interaction for as long as possible.
Okay, very good.
Up to 5 grams of smoke leaf.
Okay, very good, very good. You can hear Syphax over yonder. It's like 5 minutes or so past, and someone's like, "Oh man, whoa, Mandy, check it out! Look at Skeezewell feeding smoke leaf to that frog. Sick."
Mandion interrupts his work to watch a frog smoke, as he's never seen this before in his life.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch the fast breathing rate of this amphibian humanoid, as he seems to be enjoying the smoke leaf quite a bit. And for the next, yes, Skeezewell Binbag.
No, sorry. Skeezewell wipes the pipe in between passes, but does partake.
As you must. As you must.
He's going to, like Gandalf, he's going to make fancy images in the sky from his smoke.
Damn. Give me an Arcana check, will you, Master Binbag?
I will. 6.
Not bad. You know, they're a little bit on the cruder side, but we've come to learn that to be, you know, sometimes Skeezewell Binbag style, and they come out a bit good. You know, due to being a bit more simple, it allows the imagination to take a bit more hold of them, and they come out pretty admirable.
He gets away with like an arrow through a ring, but nothing more complex really than that.
It's pretty good. And for the next, let's see, 45 minutes or so, this sequence carries on. Eventually, the torchlight getting quite dim. From the torch that Syphax is holding, the torch is probably down now to about a quarter of its power, as usual. And at this point,
I'll hand a new one to him.
oh, okay, very good, very good. Syphax goes about lighting up the new torch, and at this point, a short rest has been conducted. So Skeezewell, Binbag, if you desire to roll a hit dice or whatever, you may. Any abilities or anything dependent on a short rest, you gentlemen return back. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you of course may roll your hit dice.
I'll also roll a hit die.
Okay, very good, very good. I'll only allow one hit dice per short rest in this area, due to it being a less than comfortable environment.
Makes sense.
But regardless, you gentlemen are at least in the comfort of one another. Take a moment to get a breather. And are feeling a bit better for it.
Excellent.
Let's see, is Syphax down for any of that? You know, he might as well. He might as well. Why not? Alright, son.
Alright.
Sick. It's just what he needed. Alright. Very good. Very good. Let's see, Mandion and Gelden, why don't you give me a D20?
Roger.
Sweet Prince. Oh! Give me an intelligence check. And it better be good. Alright, well, yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Fucking, you can add 19% to your elemental module.
God.
As you have a bit of a breakthrough down here in the sewer light.
I can see it in a different light, and I understand more than I ever did before. So that's gonna be 23% done.
Not bad. Not bad. Quite a jump. Quite a jump. You get a lot of the framework done, and you're pretty pleased with your progress. And that's when something breaks your concentration.
Oh.
About 45 minutes into this sweet-ass frog interaction, your short rest just being concluded, gentlemen, the frogs begin to ribbiting. Skeezewell, Binbag, the fur-hatted frog of brown coloration that sits by your side erects itself onto its hind legs. And stands fully and begins waddling back over into the sewer stream quite hurriedly, fetching its spear. And the other frog that has been remaining over in the corner does a similar motion, and the frogs begin ribbiting quite vehemently and hopping into the sewer river together. And that is when you notice that the sewer river stream is steadily beginning to rise.
Oh.
Beyond the boundaries of where it seems the sewer canal should be maintained, the sewer water is beginning to flow and fill the room quite slowly, but assuredly now at this time.
Follow those frogs. Skeezewell starts running.
You run, Skeezewell, Binbag, about to the edge of the torchlight, says as Syphax is wielding. He's, yeah, oh, my boots. Just so, gentlemen, the landing that you guys are on, and pretty much the entire, like quarter of a foot, a few inches of this room, have already been filled with sewer water, and the soles of your feet are indeed getting a little sewery at this time. No. Skeezewell, Binbag, you head over to the brown-headed frog and watch as he begins to submerge into the sewer river, up to about the point of his hat, and he moves into this little sewer, basin, thorough through that the water should be going into now, which is pretty much submerged below the water line at this time, at the edge of this room, and disappears from sight. And the green frog begins making his way along the sewer river as well, and seems like he's about to do the same thing.
So, is the water like going out this room and it's like gonna start flowing down that and deeper in?
Hopefully, but as of right now, it seems like the water level is steadily rising.
Well, because my thought is that's our only way out. So if we go that way, then it's just gonna get worse. So we're pretty screwed. We can hope
All
that
right.
it stops, but we might want to try to find a way out of here.
Talk to me about a 5-foot cube of water.
That'd probably be a decent chunk of that'd be like a 5-foot segment of this sewer stream, I guess, right? So it's about the the similar dimensions. What are you thinking, Master Binbag?
Alright, so I'm reading this. You instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of water as you direct up to 5 feet in any direction. Does that mean I can create a 5-foot cube of dry space within the water that I can manipulate around me?
Maybe. Will you give me the description of the spell? Let's see. You can cause water to form into simple shapes, change the water's color, freeze the water. I would say yes. Yep, I'd allow it.
Alright. You're gonna love me for this one, but you gotta stay close.
Skeezewell begins whipping up the water. It, as though blown by a strong breeze, begins to part and leave a dry area. What is revealed by that? Like Skeezewell starts splitting the Red Sea of fecal matter.
Yeah, no kidding. Do you have a particular target in mind here for this 5-foot segment?
I'm trying to follow those frogs down without swimming in the sewer water.
I see.
Like a bubble. Almost.
I see. Interesting. You unveil like the entryway, as it were, to this sewer to this little sewer basin area. And it looks like it looks like cool stonework to you. There's probably just enough room for you to set down into that place. But it's gonna be hard. It could prove quite difficult to move this shape water cantrip with you, to provide you access way, because as it seems to you, the water continues to flow inward down into this little channel area. However, I mean, with you doing this, there's ample enough room for someone to get down there, but in order to proceed forward, you'd have to cast it again ahead of you, to proceed, and then the area behind you would be filled up. So it may prove to be a complicated maneuver.
It will be. So if you cast this spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2, and you can dismiss the effect as an action.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
So I could have like 2 like little areas and then dismiss the one in the back as I create one in the front.
Yeah, man, that's pretty good. But there may very well not be room for. I mean, there may not be room for all 5 of you in a 5-foot cube. But I mean, it would only be for a little while, I suppose. It looks like it's gonna be pretty tight. It doesn't seem like that sewer channel is made for human passageway. So poor Mandion and Ulzgud Bone-Breaker may have especially a hard time.
Oh, come on, I'll just slide right through. Is this... Do I think this is normal? Like, would I expect sewer systems like this to surge and sway and stuff like that? Do I think this is just a passing thing?
Give me an intelligence check.
Are there manuscripts I would have read about this? Well,
Ooh. I mean, I would say you're probably not the most sewer inclined. This is probably definitely some of the more complicated, labyrinthine latrine works that you've ever, witnessed or could have imagined. It's pretty complex, it seems to you. Perhaps if it's raining outside, that could cause something like this to occur. But last you knew of it, it was a fairly pleasant and calm day outside as far as weather's concerned. So you're unsure.
Well, Mandion's pretty hesitant about going anywhere where frogs go because they can just go underwater, no problem. It seems like we only have two choices. We could either try to go up the way we came, which for Mandion sounds like a very daunting task, almost as daunting as actually going down there where the frogs went. Or we could just follow the path we went and try to find another way out, if that's even possible. So, I don't know how we want to approach this, but maybe if Skeezewell's feeling pretty brave and he wants to take a beetle and go down there, he can tell us what's up. But that's it could be a death sentence. Who knows?
Skeezewell would love to do that.
Give me the cell phone, Mandion. I mean beetle.
Mandion gladly hands him the beetle and shakes his hand as he does it.
With a new swiftness, Skeezewell begins descending, trying to go after the frogs.
Okay. All right. Very good. I will go ahead and remove, let's see, your red glass beetle from your handout section, Mandion, and share it with you, Skeezewell Binbag. You will now witness a red glass beetle in your handout section on the right-hand side, which may glint you a little information about this item as you push down. Begin your descent. At this time, the frog that was kind of drifting down the sewer way kind of plops out into the dry space that you've made here, Skeezewell Binbag, and kind of looks around a little confused and quickly pushes ahead into the flow of the water down in this little cistern area where you will be heading shortly. What's the play, Master Binbag? Is it time?
Right. So yeah, Skeezewell is going to use his little air bubble, and he's gonna. Is it like a ramp that goes down and in?
It seems so. As you begin making your way down, about with the second, getting the second casting of shape water and to give you a bit more vision, it does seem like it ramps downward, and the entire space is filled with water. It seems like it's a very narrow, what would be like a single file channel that seems to be leading deeper. It seems to you.
Yeah, I'm full send for this. So Skeezewell's water bending his way down. He's casting it. He's sliding on his ass with just enough sewer water in between. So he's going full speed, legs first.
Okay. It's about at the 7th casting of shape water. About a minute or so into your journey, Skeezewell Binbag. I should also mention that it's quite dark down here as well. Do you have any torches?
Skeezewell is operating in the dark.
Okay.
Feeling his way.
Okay, I mean, it is in
no
fact pitch black down there, as you are well out of the light radius of the torch of Syphax up on the surface. Speaking of the surface, gentlemen, with the air pocket bubble, disappeared now, and Skeezewell Binbag well out of sight. You gentlemen find that the water level is steadily continuing to rise as well up to the three of you, and it's covering your feet entirely at this time now. And continuing.
I don't know. I have anything to combat that. Does it leak into my suit?
Not yet.
All right. Well,
That's just gross.
good to know. Good to know.
Not yet.
Well. Mandion would like to. So when the only exit to this room, does it stay on the same level, or does it immediately start sloping down?
You'll be pleased to know that both of the ways out of this room, which are ways you've been in before, will immediately bring you upward. The way that you guys came to get to this large room initially on your very first journey through here is opposite of you all, opposite of the way that you came through back, just now. And that ramps upward a good way, pretty much all the way up until about the surface level.
Okay.
And then there's quite a few tunnels up there that lead to what you presume to be a few street side points.
I'm getting turned around now. So hold on, wait. What's going? Where are we?
You're down now in this large, like 30 by 40 foot room. Behind you is the little, 2-file hallway that you gentlemen entered in through to get here. And across from you would be the large rampart that you gentlemen took to get here initially when you first came down through and had to come through this way to get to where you were heading, before you decide to return up to the surface, or head back the way you came in hopes of finding a different way out of this area.
Okay.
Is there any more clarification I can give?
So we fell down a hole.
It's true.
To get into the sewer.
Yep.
That's not the room we're in, right?
Nope, certainly not. That room is
Or the
about.
next room over.
Yeah, yep. That. Yes. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Which in this case is about an hour downward from the last room that you gentlemen were basically in.
Right. Okay. So we could technically just walk back up.
You could.
And hope that it's okay.
You could indeed.
I don't know. Can I stand by? I want to go stand by the entrance that goes back up to where we came from.
Sure. Do you want to do the one that leads up to the surface way?
Right.
Understood. Okay, very good. And you bring Syphax with you? And Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
Yeah. If they want to come, sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, come on, it was good. I guess we're leaving Skeezewell. And
Mandion just wants to try to see if he can stand on the slope so he doesn't stand in a pool of sewage. That's all he wants to do.
We're good. Yeah, well, Mandion and Sci-Fax start making their way, trudging through what is quickly becoming the shin-high sewer water, making your way over toward from where you once came. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Is there anything you're up to, in particular?
I'm just chilling with the boys.
Very good. Very good. Skeezewell Binbag. Down in the dank dark. What are you doing, baby? You're
Those frogs. Where is it?
Skeezewell continues to head down. The only direction he can navigate in.
very good. Very good. You continue pushing your way forth. About another, 18 seconds or so go by, and then eventually, Skeezewell, you hit a wall. You hear what sounds like you're walking on metal grating. The texture beneath your boots have changed, it seems. And you quickly find yourself into a cold stone wall just ahead of you. You feel around initially and feel cold stone on either side of you as well.
Skeezewell touches the ceiling to make sure there's no hole.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem so.
Is Skeezewell's going to attempt to fit through these bars?
Ooh, you reach downward to this flooring and feel about the design of this grating. It's circular in nature. It seems rather tight. It seems like it's some type of drainage point, which seems a little bit more on the narrow side. Could explain why there's so much water beginning to build up in this area.
Alright, so we're below the Dram Ward, that's correct?
That's correct. You have free access to your arcane repertoire.
Alright. Fuck, it's almost impossible.
hard.
Alright, is there
It's
any way I
hard.
can get some light by combusting some material I have?
Maybe so. What do you got to combust, baby? Let's talk
I got
options.
50 grams of smoke leaf.
Oh man.
To burn a gram of smoke leaf to produce enough light to see if there's enough space on the other side that I can teleport through and be in a space.
Ooh. Okay. You. All right. You're gonna have to give me an Arcana check because I believe you're gonna try to use this with Firebolt. I think to ignite this smoke leaf, unless you have some other method of ignition.
Prestidigitation is also capable of lighting materials on fire. Let me just send that again.
So be it. It's a real classic.
Instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. Is the gram of smoke leaf a small campfire?
I would definitely say it's smaller. It's definitely candle-like. I'll allow it, Skeezewell Binbag. Why don't you give me an Arcana check, as well, to sweeten the deal. I'll allow it. It's done. You place the smoke leaf where you feel just upon the bars and light it, and it casts a small faint flame for about a few seconds or so before it quickly dies off and begins smoldering. In that time,
In
you
the
take.
burst of light, Skeezewell is down on his knees, checking to see how much space is on the other side of this narrow.
It doesn't seem like much. It doesn't seem like much from what you can garner. It looks like a lot like water. You'll have to cast your spell. You know, again. It's your shape water spell again to clear the water beneath the grate, to give you more visual as to what's down there. Because as far as you can garner, it seems like it's more on the tight side and is filled with dark, nasty sewer water.
All right, Skeezewell's going to. Skeezewell's going to use another Gram of Smoke Leaf for another flash, but he's going to cast the shape water on the other side of the grate before.
Okay.
Potentially opening up a space where he can see shadows or something.
Okay. Very good. You do so, and it looks like it opens up into a chute that narrows a tad, and continues downward for however long, about to the extent of what you can make out with your shape water, about as far as you can see. It looks like it continues straight vertically downward, and it seems a little precarious to you. It seems.
Fuck.
You perhaps are
Skeezewell
beginning
is,
to doubt. Yeah.
But Skeezewell sees that there's enough space for his person.
You begin to
Down there.
doubt if even the frogs made their way down this way. Perhaps there's another sideway or chute of some kind that you missed in the darkness as you were making your way forward that they used. Because this seems like it's a pretty tightly constructed, area. Seldom tread. You're probably the first person to be down in this area in who can say how many dozens of years, probably since the area was built.
Skeezewell, Binbag. Alright. Skeezewell's gonna do it all in reverse. He's not confident in the vertical drop. He's going to attempt to ascend using the same strategy in reverse.
Okay. I mean, with that Arcana 20, I'll allow you to ride that, and with this little gram lighting trick that you have, it's pretty, it will be much easier to orientate yourself to make sure that you're hopefully on the correct way out of here, and you begin doing so.
Well, I'd
Meanwhile,
I'd like
yes.
to make sure I'm checking the sides as well. I've got my hands on the
Ooh.
sides as I go up.
Oh,
Just in case
okay.
there's some sort of hidden crack.
Okay,
handle.
very good. So be it. You push your way along. Meanwhile, Ulzgud, Mandion, and Syphax, you gentlemen are out of the sewer water, about 5 feet or so up on this 45-degree ramped incline hallway that initially led you gentlemen to this place. Watching the sewer water in the room you just left continuing to slowly rise, and no Skeezewell Binbag to be seen as of just yet. It being about a minute and a half or so since he's entered into the space.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep watching and seeing if I see a Skeezewell body float up or if he talks to us. I mean, and as the water rises, I'm gonna keep advancing up the ramp a little bit. Just keeping ahead of it so I don't get sewer water in my suit.
Okay. I mean, it seems like you gentlemen will easily be able to escape the rising sewer water. However, that large room down there that was once a safe haven is most certainly becoming drenched. With that being said, just as Syphax is beginning to express a bit of worry, you all watch as a opening within the sewer water is crafted just at the edge of the walled area. And Skeezewell, Binbag, you make your way out, seemingly not finding anything along the edges of the sewer canal area. The mystery of the frog people remains unsolved, but you've re-emerged and are beginning to get the initial glimpse of fresh air.
Skeezewell attempts to rejoin the group, bending the water away from his feet and cleaning himself as he goes along.
Okay, very good, very good. An impressive display, flexing your magical ability after having to be away from it for so long. It's a flurry of hand motions and waves as Skeezewell Binbag parts the water, which is now getting about knee height in that large room, and ascends up to you gentlemen, the rest of the Crimson Bones, in this dry area.
Well, guess we gotta make our way back up, huh?
Yep.
It's narrow down there. Way too narrow. We'll have to head back the other way.
Oh,
I have this.
Skeezewell rummages with his cloak.
I have this magical rope. Maybe we can get him way out the back we came.
Ooh, nice going, Skeezewell. Damn those frog people.
Mandion sticks out his hand to get his glass beetle back, but he thanks Skeezewell for a job well done.
All right. Master Binbag, do you relinquish the beetle?
Skeezewell hands back the ascending stone. Hand to hand.
It's as such.
Okay.
It is as such. Okay. And with that, gentlemen, if there's nothing else, you gentlemen begin your journey back upward. Back whence you came. Hopefully, in search of daylight and fresh air to this sewer zone. You gentlemen push and make your way up. Probably about what feels like half an hour, 45 minutes or so of steep uphill walking. Why don't we get an athletics check from everyone? See how everyone's doing with those spry, sweet legs.
Athletics. Well,
Bam! Syphax's workouts have been coming into play. Mandion, Gelden, your heavy armor is coming into play. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, fit and stout as usual. His best and brightest. Skeezewell Binbag, why don't you grace me with an athletics check? Oh wait, excuse me, you already have, pardon me, I missed it.
He was fucking steaming.
Very good. Very good. Not so hardly showing your age, Master Binbag. It's like you're in your youth once again. Perhaps a little bit more on the eager side to get out of this zone. It's not too long.
People, Skeezewell stomps along.
Easy, Skeezewell. It's not a big deal. I'm sure they mean well. And it isn't long before you gentlemen are back up at this little turn landing that you gentlemen arrived at, that curves and continues to lead back upwards since the way you came. All familiar areas. However, there's something else that was not spotted on the first passageway through here. Now that your perspective has changed and you gentlemen are coming at this area from a different orientation, beyond a curved section of the wall, it seems like there's another about head height passageway that gets a bit narrower than this space that you gentlemen are all in here. This is about like 15 feet by 10 feet. This next little hallway area that you gentlemen have just found on the way back up seems to be about a 10 by 10.
Very good. Okay.
Another possible route has been found.
I suppose we might as well check it out. The water's quite a bit behind us, right?
Indeed, easily. Where you guys are right now, kind of in the center of your hallway area that you gentlemen have been traversing back up, is a small sewer stream that's only about 2 feet or so deep, cutting like a little half circle in the wall, just a small channel to gather some of the lesser volumed refuse from this surface area. This other route ahead of you gentlemen that you've just found seems a bit more on the drier side, and continues to ascend upward.
As long as it's still going up, might as well. Maybe it'll come out somewhere else.
Okay. Well, no objections. Crimson Bones continue up this new route. Finding it a bit drier, it's almost immediately a bit more pleasant, and the croaking of frogs has ceased. It has for a little while now. You gentlemen continue making your way upward in this dank, cold sewer area. It's just horrendous for what feels like an hour or so. It's agonizing. And eventually you gentlemen come out to what is flat ground. After finally ascending up this area, it seems like you gentlemen are back in like circular sewer works. And you can catch the glimpse of the first bit of daylight just ahead of you, Mandion and Ulzgud, who I assume are manning the front of the charge. You can see the orange haze of a sun peeking through vertical slits of a grate in a ceiling that's probably about a good 15 feet or so up above you. And you can hear the chatting. Yes.
Is that the end of the tunnel, though? It's just...
No. It carries on. It carries on. This just seems to be the first glimpse of light.
All right.
Heading over to that area, gentlemen, you look and find it to be a crossroads of sorts. It splits in 1, 2, 3 different directions. And you can see another bit of daylight here, and another bit of daylight there, down various channels. It seems like you gentlemen are just underneath the street side level, in the various sewer, routes that run street side.
Can I look up through one of these grates and see if I can tell where in the city I am, if I'm still in the city?
Ooh. Yeah, give me a perception check, why don't you, Mandion?
I will.
And if anyone else desire to do anything in this sewer?
I love the sewer.
Skeezewell stays well away from the light, knowing a chamber pot could be emptied at any time. He warns Mandion to put his visor up. Oh, Mandion, that's where the... Mandion, you gotta put your visor on if you're gonna be checking out there.
Good call, Skeezewell. And Mandion lowers his visor.
As if on cue, like a passing Struthiomimus. You watch the underside of as like a stream of Struthiomimus urine comes flowing down into the sewer area. And as you watch some other sludge be dumped down from one of the other sun ray adorned little great roof zones.
Hated in the sewer.
Syphax cries.
Did I glean any information from that?
Yes, you did actually. It seems, with that 19 perception and that Struthiomimus underside, that you are within the city limits, most certainly.
Fantastic. They're 15 feet up, right? I can't reach them.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's pretty high.
All right.
Doesn't seem like this is an access area necessarily.
Yeah. We'll try to keep going, see if there's an easier way out.
Very good. Is there any direction in particular you gentlemen choose to take? You can go left, right, or forward.
Whichever way seems to go up more.
Ooh. I would say the forward way has a bit of an incline, but this is generally a pretty pretty flattened plane, it seems to you.
Well, we'll keep going straight for now, I guess.
All right. Well, but don't.
Any objections?
Doesn't sound like it to me. The Crimson Bones march on. Syphax has a little bit of minging and whinging to do, but he, keeps it on the DL. As you gentlemen push into another crossroads, Mandion, you take, and it was good, it should be said, you gentlemen immediately take note of what looks to be a little door over on the left-hand side, which seems to be quite a bit different than the other doors you gentlemen have seen thus far. Seems like another little iron barred single file doorway of some kind, just kind of poking out of the stonework there.
I will approach it and knock on the door.
Okay, kind of tap your gauntlets on the side of this iron bar here while peering within. Seems like it is just a small hallway beyond this iron door, and it leads to another wooden door beyond that.
Interesting. Is this iron door open?
You can attempt to open it if you desire. Yeah.
I will attempt to open it.
It swings open.
I will approach the wooden door. We're on a tear here, guys. This is the way out.
Okay. You push forward to this wooden door. It is closed.
I try to open it.
You try the handle and budge the door to find it locked, it seems to you. You notice a small padlock.
Mandion knocks on the door a little bit louder this time.
Okay, knock upon the door. A few seconds pass. About a half a minute passes. There's no answer.
Mandion Gelden pulls out his lockpicking tools.
Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, so be it. You can bust down them thieves' tools. Huh. Be careful, Mandion.
I would like to check the door first for any traps of any sort. If any are visible.
Very good. Make an investigation check, I dare you.
Investigation.
It doesn't seem like it's trapped to you. It seems like it's a pretty mundane wooden door. Like perhaps, it does seem to you like perhaps the way out of here, as it seems like a door pretty reminiscent of a residence, perhaps.
I would like to try to pick the lock on this door.
Very good. You may roll with your thieves' tools, and I think dexterity is the modifier of choice.
Dexterity. Oh.
Shit. Pretty good. The padlock is unlocked and the door swings inward on its own.
Very good. I take a look inside.
Okay. It reveals a lit wooden interior. Seems to you. The walls are made out of a cobblestone-esque stonework, and the floor is wooden. And there's a bit of furniture in here. Seems to you like a bit of firewood stored down here in one corner, some other boxes of miscellaneous this and that. It seems like you're in a storage room of some kind.
Oh, come on in, guys. This is our way out. We gotta make it out before anyone notices us. And Mandion will lead the way out.
Okay. Gentlemen enter into this basement area, and you hear this creaking of wooden floorboards above you. Of what seems like a large individual. As the floorboards continue squeaking, and they seem like they're making their way over in the direction that you gentlemen are heading. Towards the door leading out of this place, presumably.
They are inside, heading towards the upstairs door that's out, or
It
what?
seems like they are above you, because you guys are kind of in the basement area, so you can hear the footfalls of someone above you. As you guys are kind of filing in, you hear them just above you, it seems to you, heading in a similar direction that you gentlemen are. Looking around in this little storage room that you guys are in, you see two doors, other than the one that you just came in from. Both look about the same. One to the left and one to the right.
Mandion tries to push the rest of the crew back towards the door that we're coming through
Okay.
to try to close it and
Well,
listen.
Well, what do you guys think? Will you be
Come on, guys.
ushered?
we gotta hide. Hold on.
Will you be ushered, Crimson Bones?
Crimson Bones. We need to hide.
Okay.
Well, it's up to you, Master Bone-Breaker. Do you desire to go with Mandion Gelden?
Please.
So be it. So be it. Skeezewell, Binbag, I assume you have no objection.
I have no objection, Mandion. We go.
Okay, all right, very good. As quickly as you've ushered the gentlemen in, you usher them outward. Sci-Fac's putting up minor protests, but in a moment's notice, you've quickly pushed them back through the way as you hear lumbering, and groaning of some type of snorting, making its way ever closer. What are you up to, Mandion Gelden?
I'm trying to get everyone back between the metal door and the wood door so I can close the door
Okay,
and
all right.
not be in that room anymore and listen.
All right, very good, very good. You're at that point now where you close the wooden door behind you and are intently listening into the interior just left, as you can hear a door opening and closing, and the the grunting and groaning of what seems like a large man of some kind on the other side of the door.
Can we understand any of this?
Ooh. Would you care to roll perception for me, Master Bone-Breaker? Or ride the passive? Or both?
I'll hit the passive.
Okay, so be it. So be it. Let's see, with the 15, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you make out what seems like the pretty familiar grunting noises of Red-Faced Jack.
Sounds like Jack, guys.
Perfect. Let's go right in then. Let's get into Red-Faced Jacks.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Okay,
Then
so be
Gelden
it.
will reopen the door. to go back into the storage area.
You hear, what the hell? What's that? Oh, someone's out in the fucking sewer. God damn it! Who's that? And Red-Faced Jack comes careening around the side, with this big two-handed meat cleaver. And he's like in a mid-swing. What are you boys doing down here in the sewer? In my basement?
Sorry, Jack. We didn't go in this way. We got lost. We're trying to find a way out.
You do see before you the large apron-having, very airsoft, fatty frame, big and green, Red-Faced Jack. He's like, oh, and kind of like places down this big two-handed meat cleaver. The thing is fucking sick. And kind of like leans it over on his side. You had me worried you were some type of dramlings or something like that. Come on in, boys.
No, never. What, do you see dramlings down here often? Mandion files in and closes the door behind him.
Every now and then one slips his way in, and I crush him.
As you should, Jack. As you should. Do you know where they might be coming from?
In the sewer, of course. Duh. And Red-Faced Jack kind of closes the wooden door and kind of ushers you gentlemen over toward the stairs to lead you up out of his storage room. He's like, go on now, get out of here. Don't think this is some kind of way you can get into this place now. This is private staff only down here, gentlemen.
No, never. You should definitely get a better lock on that door, though. That was quite easy.
I usually don't have too much trouble with passersby down this way.
Well, just testing your security, that's all.
Hurry up, get up the stairs. and Red-Faced Jack ushers you all up. And unless anyone wants to do anything down here in the storage room of Red-Faced Jack's, Red-Faced Jack kind of pulls up the waistband of his trousers, which barely contain his gelatinous person, and waits quite sternly for you all to single file your way up there. And he said, "Don't think you'll be drinking at my bar either, with you all smelling like that. You better get washed up."
Well, if your room had a shower in it, maybe I would.
He quickly uses prestidigitation to clean everyone's clothes in a spray of Febreze.
Damn. Give me another Arcana check, will you, Master Binbag, as you've passed back into the Dram Lord some time ago. And already you can feel the mental strain of it creeping up upon you, but you manage this feat.
Skeezewell then sprays a little Febreze at Red-Faced Jack as well.
By the time you gentlemen have gotten up to the ground level of or up to the first floor, perhaps, of Red-Faced Jack's, you gentlemen are already spick and span. And Red-Faced Jack kind of closes up the door behind you gentlemen, where you just ushered in, and kind of pushes you gentlemen back outward. You get a quick glimpse of the deeper behind the scenes kitchen and preparation area that isn't visible by the bar and main dining area of Red-Faced Jack's. You take note, Mandion and Gelden, of the squid shipment, which has seemingly just been left to rot by Red-Faced Jack, kind of like stowed over in the corner over yonder.
And chastises Jack about those squid he's letting go bad.
No, don't you worry. They'll be heading down into the basement real quick and going the way you boys came from. That's for sure. Damn things are useless. I ain't shucking no squid.
I've spent so much time on those squid.
I ain't shucking them. and he pushes you gentlemen quickly back out into the bar area. And you gentlemen are in the bar area of Red-Faced Jack's, and Red-Faced Jack, just like pushes you gentlemen all up, and a good few people, look over yonder and look, and a few of them recognize you. Like, yeah, all the patrons kind of like toast to the Crimson Bones. Just, it seems like everyone's rather pleased to see you all as you're all hastily stumbled into this area. You take note of a pretty full house of Red-Faced Jacks. It seems like it's about dinner time, as judging by the light from the outside of the windows, it seems like it is a nice orangey, hazy sunset at this time.
Huh.
And before you gentlemen know it, you are all of a sudden back in Red-Faced Jacks.
Well, I haven't found all the info I needed, but that was quite the adventure. Chuck will be happy I saw his way of life, at least.
Poor Shekel's way of life, dude.
Oh shoot, aren't we supposed to meet what's his name tonight? What's his name? Glarthir, yeah. Isn't that supposed to be at midnight tonight?
Yeah. I think we were supposed to do that, and we were supposed to check out, I have his name here somewhere. Dude in the Highborn district. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were told that, that he's a farmer guy, right? And
No.
No? Like,
Boris Jadaki is
oh yeah,
in the
no.
Highborn district, and he's one of the Red Guard.
Yeah,
I
the farmers
believe.
hate him.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so if he's not a farmer, then he shouldn't be worried. That'll be what I tell him. We don't have to actually go find anyone. It's fine.
Yeah, we don't even have to go see Glarthir if we don't want. That was an uncontracted one.
It is true. It is an official contract, so. Damn, do we want to go and try to find another contract?
Ulzgud would like to say no to that, and would like to take a moment to remind the rest of the party we do have an obligation to go meet up with Brandon Rager as soon as we can.
That is true. Where are we supposed to meet up with him?
At House Rager.
That makes sense.
Wow. Yo.
We told them we'd be roughly a week or a couple days longer, and we've been here for approximately 4, almost 5 days now. I believe it's probably at least 3 days march from here.
It is true. It is true. We should probably get prepared to do that. Do we want to start that tomorrow in the morning?
Yeah, I think we should take the night, rest, relax, get recuperated, do a tiny bit of extra shopping before we leave, and then leave in the morning.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Do we want to see if we can get a job for the road, or do we not want to worry about that?
I will leave that to you. I have some shopping I need to do in the morning, and if you want to head over to the guild and get something, that's fine.
All right. I guess we can decide that in the morning. See if anything else comes up that is more pressing. So cool. I guess we should. I don't know. You guys can live it up at the bar if you want. I'd like to just try to get my module done before we leave.
Yeah, do your thing, Mandion.
Sweet.
You had me at bar. Come on, Syphax.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I guess I will hang out in my room and work my elemental module.
Ew, Syphax, you still smell like sewer.
See, Skeezewell blasts Syphax with a Febreze blast.
Oh, hey, thanks. Whew, thank goodness. Tired of that. That's what I'm talking about. All right, very good, gentlemen. And with a little partying, it seems to be had at Red-Faced Jack's, this is where we'll take our break for now, boys.
Sounds good to me. Party time.
All right, very good, very
Module
good.
time.
I'll catch you boys back in about a good 10-15 or so, and we'll pick up
Sounds
where we'll pick up where we left. All right.
The good.
Thank the goodness. Where last we left the Crimson Bones, you gentlemen were just settling into Red-Faced Jack's, in a bit of the dinner rush here. Kind of all settling into your respective areas. Where do you gentlemen choose to sit? Unfortunately, the bar this time, your usual habitat, was taken before your arrival.
Mandion Gelden was leaving the group, unfortunately, to go work on his module.
Damn, goodbye Mandy and Gelden. Off to seclusion.
He's hoping to make more breakthroughs before morning.
Nice.
What was that?
Are there any big men at the bar?
Big men. Oh shoot. Why don't you roll a 20-sided dice for me, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker? And we'll fucking see who's in there. God damn it. Bum 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 6 6 6 6 6 6 6. I don't even know why I asked. Should have just been 6. Damn. Ooh, let's see. Ooh. You do take note of 2 rather large gentlemen, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, who are partaking in what seems like a toast.
And they're at the bar?
They're at the bar.
Alright, there's 2 of them.
There is 2 of them.
I nudge Skeezewell. I'll get us a spot, buddy. And I walk over to the 2 big boys. Like, hey, how's about you give me and my friend our seat here?
What? Excuse me?
You heard me. Me and my friend need this seat. I'll even arm wrestle for you, little guy.
And this fella stands up, a shirtless figure, just sitting at the bar with no shirt on, leather trousers, it seems to you, and a bit of finer boots. A big muscular man, perhaps of imperial descent. Dark parted hair and quite muscular indeed. He stands up and is perhaps a few inches higher than you, Master Bone-Breaker.
Nice.
You know what? So be it. I'll take you on.
Hell yeah.
And it seems like you hear the woo of the nearby crowd, enjoying, seemingly interested in this bout of physical strength. Very good, Master Bone-Breaker. You gentlemen clear over a nearby table, and a small crowd begins to form around as you gentlemen begin to partake in arm wrestle.
Arm wrestle showdown.
Let's see. I think using Quagon Brolin's stat block will be sufficient for this character. When you're ready, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you may make an athletics check to determine the strength of your wrestling arm. And he'll do the same. Whoa.
Ooh.
You managed to twist a bit of the opponent's arm just so, and it seems like you are about halfway to victory at this time. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, give me another athletics check as all the drunks nearby cheer and shout. He's like, oh, he's got him on the fence already! One of the Badger boys, this is gonna be it, lads! And then you watch as like this figure starts making the comeback. His black beard hiding the pretty furious look you can tell by the scrunching of his forehead. This figure is being brought to the limit by your sheer strength. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. Give me more athletics checks, baby. It's not over yet. Whoa! The figure really begins to pivot and crunches down upon your arm and begins to twist your hand in a similar fashion you did in the beginning of this match, and he has you a good third of the way to failure. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, your arms trembling. I need more athletics checks immediately. Poof, he is no match for your brute strength, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. You cock back and bring your force, pivoting your dank forearm along the way, and you find this figure back on the ropes now. Again, the crowd is oohing and awing with this bout of back and forth. A fine test of strength. Another round of athletic checks, please. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, please, I beg you. Poof, brought back to dead even, where the arm wrestle started. It's in a starting position and everyone's going wild. This imperial figure with this tan skin is turning quite a bright red. As another round of athletics checks are coming to town. God damn. Oh, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you have this figure on the ropes once again. Give me some more. You know it's time for more athletic checks. We're not done yet.
Oh, baby.
Not bad. Yeah. But it seems like this bout will continue for some time.
Yeah,
roll again.
Skeezewell at the table, shouting and cheering.
Syphax cheers as well. As a matter of the fact, Syphax will bust out a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
For you, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, giving you whatever he can at this time. Ulzgud, the Crimson Bones. What a sweet treat! Everyone knows. And just with that, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you twist this figure's arm once again and get him down to about the halfway point. Another strong roll will finish this intense arm wrestle. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, roll once more. Fuck. Oh, it's
I would
even.
like to use my inspiration.
Very
Granted,
good.
at
So
the
be it.
beginning.
So be it. So be it. Oh, your inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So be it. You can roll an athletics check again, if you dare. It is as such with this. You manage to squeeze the palm of this man's arm and thrust it down upon the oaken table, and with a thud, the surrounding crowd cheers and jeers at the victorious gray half-orc that stands before them. Cypher's like, all right, Let's go! The Crimson Bones! That's right!
Ulzgud cheers and grabs his opponent. Says, "Well played. Strong fellow indeed."
Not so bad yourself. So, come on. And he motions to his other bar friend, who's like fucking, kind of, a bit less satisfied with the situation, and he gets up and they make their way over into the crowd of patrons.
Seat and get a beer for all of us, the four of us.
Ooh.
Well, 5, because Styfax is here too.
Okay, very good. Very good. So be it.
What a sportsman.
Yeah, no, not bad. It'll be 10 gold, we'll call it, for a round for everyone.
Nice.
And you pay as such, and do you bring the drinks over to those gentlemen yourself?
Yeah. Sign of
Okay.
respect.
All right, so be it. They take them. And give you a nod and some passing words, or next time.
I asked him what his name is.
Ivan.
No, it isn't.
Ivan. The Imperial. Not a typical Imperial name.
Well, Matt Ivan. I'm Ulzgud.
And just with that, there is a shriek by the door. A tavern woman screeches out, and there's a bit of a skip in beat of the atmosphere. There's a bit of a silence and a lull. You hear someone else going, "By the gods! What is that? By the divines! We're under attack!" You all look over the Crimson Bones toward the entrance and see a slithering little flying snake that is fluttering and twirling his way through the airspace of the bar. Some people are swatting. Some people are swatting at the creature as it's flying over their table and making its way deeper over in the direction of you, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, snaking about, erratically zigging and zagging through the ceiling chandelier. You can see
it's
red
up in
face.
the air?
Yep. It's fluttering about all over the place. Diverted off course from the wild attention it's receiving at this time. As some people, some people are trying to like grab at it. You see like red faced Jack behind the bar, like pulling up on his waistband. He's like, I'll take care of this. And you see him like reach up and grab the two-handed meat cleaver. So what are you doing, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
I'm looking for a moment it's not near a person, and I'm letting an infused harpoon go at it.
Very good. You may, as it twirls about, leaving the chandelier and moving its way, snaking over in your direction, you unleash an infused harpoon. It penetrates into the small flying serpent, and sticking into the nearby wall. After a few, it's silent. And after a few seconds of silence, everyone's like, "Ah, woo!" And there's some toasts around and such. And Red-Faced Jack kind of like gives a nod and goes about and places his meat cleaver back. And it seems like everyone's attention kind of diverts off the situation at this time. And Sythax comes running over. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker as your infused harpoon reappears back in your person, and you hear a few other like ooh, like jeers and etc. As there's just quite a few witnesses to the event. And the serpentine creature falls, falling along the wall and onto the ground, motionless.
Can I collect this creature?
Yeah, very good. You move over to pick up the Slitherine creature and notice a scroll that was wrapped in its tail.
I will collect said scroll.
Very good, very good. You may add a flying snake corpse to your inventory. Probably weighs about 3 pounds or so. And I will add the note to your inventory as well. Sci-Fac's like, oh, whoa, what was that? What was that?
Damn flying snake.
Can I hear all this?
Nope, you're up in your room.
Well, I am grabbing my beetle and I'm telling Mandion.
Sick,
There's a damn
sick.
flying snake in here.
Whoa, flying snake! I need to come see that.
Yeah, you definitely,
Mandion will take some time to check out a flying snake.
you definitely heard like the commotion and excitement, but as far as you could tell, you know, probably just the usual sounds of revelry occurring from
right.
down there. But you know, truth be told, you know, shrieks and cries and cheers are not amiss in this atmosphere.
Wasn't sure if I heard we're under attack or not. I feel like that would be pretty obvious.
Indeed, yeah, indeed, cries of we're under attack and murder, or you know, that common around these parts.
So yeah, I'll come down and check out this snake.
Okay, very good. So be it. So be it. You make your way down the stairs and turn the corner and find Ulzgud and Sci-Fax. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, what do you desire to do with this interesting slimed parchment note?
I am unraveling it and allowing myself and the Crimson Bones to read it if they would like.
Damn. Okay. Well, so be it. I'm sure Mandy and Gelden will come by curiously.
Oh, I'll poke a head over his shoulder and give it
Yeah.
a read.
I'll just go ahead and share it with everyone, including
Ooh.
Sci-Fax, so
Ooh.
everyone can read it. You'll all find it in Ulzgud Bone-Breaker's handout section. I don't know if you might be able to see that now because you have an item in there you can see.
What is it called?
I'm unsure. It'll be slimed note.
I see it.
And Sci-Fax will go ahead and read it out loud.
Nice.
I hope this letter finds you in good health and fortune, my strange friends. Oh, huh. Well, that's good. The great tree grows quiet with the laughter of the Crimson Bones nearby. Oh, is this from your friend Ulzgud? But I understand what is important work to be done. Speaking of important work, my odd job I briefly mentioned before your departure has turned urgent. I need you to accomplish this mission before you leave the city of Garza. Oh shit. Find the Argonian who goes by the name Never Cold, and inform him you are the contact of Wilkir Bitterroot. Damn. He will inform you of your assignment. Do not fail me. I can't believe this. Is this a new mission, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
Looks like it.
You'll be happy to know I have begun full-scale production on the valuable crafting job you've entrusted me with. Ooh. Unfortunately, there was a minor setback due to a miscalculation. Turns out the fog forest is pretty dangerous and ill-suited to any experiments. Many have died. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. That doesn't sound like good news at all.
Sounds about right.
I have sent word for Quagon Brolin to return back to the Great Tree to assist with me in my efforts before any more disasters occur. I imagine you'll be heading around the Trident River sooner or later, and will move the Great Tree somewhere around that area. I do so love to fish. I look forward to your company once again, my sweet Crimson Bones. Be well and stay well. Wilkir Bitterroot. Is that a picture of a cat of Bleepus?
Huh. Never Cold, huh?
Interesting. I don't know anyone by that name.
No, I did see an Argonian when I was slinking around the city. I doubt it's
Whoa.
the same one though, but never know.
Not too many Argonians around here. At least not too many of note. Did he look important? Says Syphax. Curious.
Not really. Can't say I left him on the best of terms.
Interesting.
He was up by kind of up by the shopping district.
Well,
I
most
wonder
curious
what
indeed.
Lokier would want with an Argonian. Do you have any idea, Ulzgud? Maybe you just need some water know-how.
I have no idea. Whatever it is, seems to be critical.
Well, maybe Jack knows. He knows everyone around here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd like to. I guess I would maybe roll a history for this. What is Gamja an Argonian?
Gamja's an Argonian. That's true. That's true.
Okay. Yeah, that's another reason to go talk to Gamja. What time of day is it?
It's nearing. It's about dinner rush time now, so the sun is just beginning to set.
Okay. I guess we'll go talk to Jack, see if he knows.
Okay. All right. Well, he's but a few feet away. You gentlemen make your way over and find Red-Faced Jack as he's chopping and with this large one-handed cleaver is scooping a bunch of ingredients into a boiling pot that he instructs an assistant to head over and do. It seems like he's pretty absorbed in his work at this moment.
Hey, Jack! Mandion yells out, trying to interrupt his work.
Oh, he looks over yonder and starts making his gelatinous way over. Places his hands on the bars. Yeah, what can I do for you, boys? A little busy right now.
Mandion Gelden slyly passes 10 gold over to Jack. And I say, well, Jack, sorry to take you away from your business. I know you're busy. We're looking for an Argonian named Nevercold.
And Argonian and Red-Faced Jack kind of scrunches up his face. Never cold. I think I know a thing about Nevercold. Real mean wizard folk, if I'm not mistaken. Hangs out up north around the shopping district, if I'm not mistaken. What is it you need to know about him?
I just need to connect him with a mutual friend, that's all. Just need to act as a messenger.
Alright, make a persuasion check, Mandion Gelden. Or, yeah. Make a persuasion check. That's it. Well, if you head on up to the shopping district and look just north of the general store up there, I reckon you'll, especially around the evening time, you'll find that kind of folk. I reckon, but don't tell them I told you.
Sounds familiar. I might have already met him. So.
Oh. Well, I appreciate the gold all the same.
Not a problem. Gives me a good excuse not to mention you. So, appreciate it.
Least I can do. And Red-Faced Jack turns his large bulbous form, then waddles back over to continue his work. As it seems like there's quite a few. It seems like the Red-Faced Jack is fully staffed tonight, and there's quite a bit of food and drink being moved out of this eatery this evening.
I turn back to Ulzgud and Skeezewell and Syphax, whoever's here. I say, well, if it just so happens, I've met Nevercold. He's almost like a close friend by now. I should be able to get him to tag along pretty easy.
Oh, no way.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, sounds good to me. Hey, what about that other guy?
Go on.
Claygon?
What other guy?
No. That wood elf. You know, the one that we did the other job for?
Artificer?
Yeah. I think so.
What about him?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you want to go talk to him?
Well, not really. He was kind of weird. Even weird for a wood elf. And I would know.
Well, I suppose now I have an excuse to go up that way anyway. To go see Nevercold, so... I guess I can stop and talk to Glarthier before I try to find Nevercold.
I will go with.
It's what, like 9-10 o'clock?
No, it's 5. It's getting
that was dark.
It's getting near to 6. It's only just getting to sunset still. It's only been a few minutes.
Well, good.
You know,
In that
truly.
case, I guess we'll go that way after dark. Glarthier is expecting us at midnight, and Nevercold seems to come out at night, so... That sounds like a good plan. I can keep working on my module. I haven't gotten anything done on it yet, right? It's only been a couple minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's only been like 15 minutes, I think.
I'll keep working on it. Hey, I got like what 20% done in an hour, so you never know what happens.
You never know what happens. You never know, yeah, I got you on the hook now. Now you're paying attention.
So yeah, I say I'll meet up with you boys. We're ready to head out.
Okay. All right. If no one's doing anything in particular, an hour or two will pass until the sun is set well below the horizon line of the Great Plains of Garza and beyond. And the fine moon rises over Nirn. Mandion Gelden, why don't you give me a sweet intelligence check to make sure you're still fueling your genius up there. Oof.
Yes.
Not as good. Not as good as I was hoping for, I won't lie.
You mean yes?
Why don't you give me a D20? Oh, another 19%.
Yeah.
Another 19% in 2 hours of work.
Yeah.
You're getting ever closer. You're getting ever closer. Hot rolls for you, bud.
Hot rolls.
Very good. Very good. And with that, the evening revelry, being in constant at Redface Jack's, I don't know. You know, it's certainly nighttime outside at this point, gentlemen. if now is the time for adventure.
I don't see why not. If Glarthier isn't up there, we can go trying to find Nevercold first. So, yeah, I guess we can set out.
Skeezewell pulls his pants back up all the way, ready for action.
All right. Skeezewell, Ulzgud, and Mandion, and does Syphax want to come, or is he a little too drunk?
Oh, where are we going? Up to the shopping district?
You can come, Syphax.
What?
On Syphax.
Come on, let's go. He's bound to follow us.
Mandion Gelden starts making his way towards the door.
Hey, I'm coming. and you hear the small sounds of Syphax as the Crimson Bones start making their way.
Are any of the shops still open?
You don't know. I don't think anyone's been to the shopping district at night. There's a few, like various market people and so on. Miscellaneous food stalls and so on that stay open to the, mostly eateries. You guys haven't been up to the shopping district at night, so it's hard to say if any, stores or so on are open. You'll have to see. You'll just have to see. It seems to me.
5 packs.
All right, I'm coming. You can't leave me behind. Here I come. And Syphax is quickly on the heel of you boys. Let's see, and before long, you gentlemen are out in the nighttime streets of Garza.
Garza, nighttime.
It's a lot calmer, a lot less foot traffic out here at night, even along the main roads.
Put my hood up.
And much less lit. You gentlemen don your travel cloaks as you exit and start sloughing your way into the city streets. Is there any particular route or course of action you gentlemen would like to take? Anything at all?
I don't know. You guys want to sneak through the 6 points, or?
Yeah. Let's go most direct path.
Yeah, most direct path. 6 points and all that.
Damn. Okay, very good. Very good. Taking your immediate beeline, exiting the front of Red-Faced Shacks and hanging rightward. Moving your way down this smaller main road, as it were. You gentlemen pass by the alleyway to the little courtyard in which you pried open to access the sewer area. And take note, it looks like there's a guardsman or two over there, who are investigating. It seems to you guys that area. And unless anyone wants to do anything with that, we'll be moving swiftly on.
Oh, I want us to keep far away from that.
Yeah.
All right, very good, you gentlemen hastily continue your way on and make it to the border of the 6 points. And almost immediately the atmosphere changes. The street quality is diminished almost instantaneously. The quality of the buildings, the filth upon the roadways. There's quite a few more people wandering around the 6 points at night than you would have expected. Are we pushing down the main roadway of the 6 points?
Yeah, we don't want to get too sketchy now. Come on.
All right, so be it. So be it. You pass by many a shady figure, gentlemen, as you make your way past the 6 points. You see one fairly lit interior over yonder.
Lit up.
Is he lighting up?
Is it just like a house?
It seems to you, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, to be some type of establishment.
Are there any signs?
There is one faded sign, though it's quite difficult to make out what it says.
I'll try and take a peek.
Okay, kind of like peer in through the window and see a lone figure sitting behind a counter. You see a pretty wide range of shelving and so on. You see a little chipped bits of glass in the window that you peer through every now and then, and you take note of the general filth of the place. It is quite reminiscent of the rest of the 6 points. Though you do see you see what appears to be a man standing behind the counter.
Let's keep moving. Might be a store or something.
Okay.
All right. Let's keep going.
You boys push beyond, and as you're like reaching your way out of the 6 points, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, from the corner of your ear, you can hear kind of like the raised voices of, you know, like laughter and, you know, like something to that effect. And you look down this alleyway and see a small light source, and it seems like some men are playing some type of game around a table of some kind. We see like there's about like 4 or 5 of them, it seems, over there. You kind of, you know, just kind of adding to the atmosphere as you continue your way out of the 6 points and into the guild district, where you find a decent amount of traffic yet again. Almost immediately, the quality of the surrounding environment improves quite greatly. You take note of a nearby Elcor, who seems to be moving along with a small caravan. It seems to you that, you know, there's a bit of freight being moved at this time in the evening, or something to that effect. This is probably one of the more busier districts in the city at night, just due to the nature of how wild the city is. Sometimes it's easier to move things without the civilian traffic during the day. So there's quite a few, you're marching along, quite a few people, including quite a few guards, are definitely present on the border of this guild district here, guarding the perimeter in various guild HQs and establishments. If no one cares to interact with anything here, we'll be pushing swiftly on.
We'll keep it rolling. We'll let people do their thing.
Pushing on at least about a half hour of journeying, even throughout the cities at night, you know, slunking about. Lighting not being the best. You gentlemen, especially Mandion, you take note of the blacksmith shop, which clearly seems dormant and shut up for the night. A good 2 or 3 guardsmen stand at the watch. Seem like they're guarding the blacksmith shop in particular.
Interesting. Okay. Is that normal? Are there bodyguards standing outside of other shops around here?
You really aren't too close enough to see any quite at this time. I suppose maybe you'd be able to see Gomja's potion shop over yonder from your current viewpoint, and you would see 2 guards standing outside of that establishment as well.
All right, suppose that's normal. I'll take note of it and move on then. Interesting.
So be it. So be it. You make it to another lit establishment, gentlemen. Unless anyone wants to stop and check out this area, well, you know, Mandion, you believe the last place you met what you believe to be the same Argonian was just beyond this lit building, kind of over at the mouth of an alleyway.
Right. Yeah, he's down all the way down at the end of the alleyway, right? Pretty from at least.
Indeed.
Okay. On that map, is it the one that goes down towards the wall?
Pretty much, yeah. No, okay. That's the one. It's our crude representation.
Did I see him coming out of anywhere, or was he just walking towards me?
He came out of that alleyway as you were
Oh, okay.
About here, you know, just passing by, looking about in the shopping district, tailing guards, if I'm not mistaken.
Wasn't there a a sign for that alleyway that said something?
There was a sign for that alleyway that said something.
Was it legible? Did I read it?
It was legible. I believe you did read it.
Shoot.
You can make a history check if you dare. I mean, it's a pretty fucking...
I'll have to, or maybe just find it. But
I really don't expect you to remember a detail like that.
I don't think so. I'll history check it.
Nor write it down. Well, now.
You never know what I write down.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you never know. That is fair. That
I
is
never
fair.
know what I write down.
Let's see. You remember it having the symbol, for magic upon a quite faded, busted up sign that looked pretty neglected. The symbol for Magnus, the god of magic.
Right. Yes, of course. Okay, yeah, that doesn't really give me too much, but we'll have to head down and see what we can find.
Okay. Do you gentlemen desire to go left or right to get there? I suppose is the only choice you gentlemen have left to make in the regard.
Go either way.
You can go. You kind of like squeeze in between the buildings that way, or just. I mean,
Oh. I'd like to try to squeeze.
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. I think that's the way you went last time. So, hey, kind of slithering down this way, and pushing along, and then this building that you guys are sailing along, which would be to your right hand side, the north end, is the structure that has that sign hanging from it, and you notice a figure, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, I would say, because due to your dark vision, about 30 feet away, leaning up against the mouth of the alleyway. And Mandion, I would say you recognize the sign that we were just speaking of. In addition, you check it out. It's attached to this structure. It seems to you. It seems like a very boarded up, abandoned structure. It seems to you.
Okay.
As far as what you can tell, you see no light peering in from the many boarded up windows. It just seems like a large abandoned stone shop of some kind.
Is the door like boarded shut?
The door is boarded shut, it seems to you.
No one uses it. Okay.
It's seemingly so. Seemingly so. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you take note of that figure.
Yeah. Does this figure look to be of the Argonian race to me?
Give me a perception check, you dog. Your passive 15 ain't good enough to tell you from this distance. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you'd have to get closer to tell.
Well, I will, and I'll alert them of the presence of someone up ahead.
Okay, so be it. So be it. It's as such. It's as such. Does anyone do anything other than follow Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
I would like to go around the side of this magic icon building, see if there's like a window or something to be able to get in.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Very good.
Or look into or something.
Very good. So be it. So be it. You split off from the group and make your way around. As Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you get a bit closer with Syphax and Skeezewell. And the hooded figure, who seems to be clad in a decent amount of armor to you, looks up, leaning against the wall. And you take note of their piercing blue, kind of cat-like aquamarine eyes. What do you want? Get out of here.
Are you never cold?
There's the figure, the Argonians, very hard to read at the best of times. But this one's eyes widen at the mentioning of the name. He said, What do you want with him?
I'm sent here by my master to find him.
What master is that? You take note of the big scar, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, on this Argonian's left cheek.
Does his name, Loki or Bitterroot, mean anything to you?
I should have known. And you see the figure kind of like look over yonder. And there's a nearby guard patrol of like 4 or so guards that seem to be closing their way over. He's like, do me a favor. Come back in 3 minutes.
Okay.
And the Argonian kind of unfolds his arms and kind of like swells into this alleyway, leaving you, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, behind. Are you gentlemen going to reposition yourselves? Or anything to that effect?
I'm gonna keep trying to look into this building, but
Yeah, you're scanning about probably the entire side of that, the street side of that building, Mandion, Gelden, and you aren't finding much. It really appears to be more of the same. There's plenty of plenty of potential entry points, but none that aren't boarded up.
all right. Well, I will. I'll have to regroup.
So be it. So be it.
Sounds like there's some commotion over here. Find him?
Yeah, think so. Said come back in 3 minutes, so you gotta wait.
You can tell there's a please, Mandion, Gelden.
I was gonna tell them to keep their eyes out. I don't know what they're coming back with.
You look over and see the lantern light of 4 or so guardsmen that are kind of mulling about. They're kind of like standing and talking, and then after about a minute or two, they start making their way downward past this other lit building and out of sight. And about 30 seconds or so later, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you see the shimmering of a figure poking his head back out over yonder. And he you can see, the hand motion of him signaling for you to return. That's it.
Oh, is that him? Let's go check it out. Hey, Mandion will approach carefully.
Okay. Push your way over. He's like, we won't have much time before the patrol comes back.
Alright.
It's my understanding that you know of the Archdruid, and you must be his apprentice.
That is correct.
Well met. I'm never cold. He sticks out his Argonian reptile arm to you.
I will embrace him. I'm Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what you did to get yourself involved with that whack job, but he's got quite the job, and I wasn't sure who'd he sent. Needless to say, I wasn't expecting you. Have you heard of the factory farm on the north end of town?
Tiny bit.
A controversial place. No fan of the Farmers Guild. People want to see it removed, but they pay their taxes and fines, so they're on the right side of the law. From what I understand, your master would see things go another way.
Okay.
My understanding is he wants you to release all of the poultry from the northern factory farm and sabotage the operations there.
Oh. Sounds about right.
This'll get you in fucking hot water. So don't you tell anyone I had anything to do with it. I'm just the messenger.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good man. And then you watch all of a sudden as the Argonian scowls as he looks over your shoulder. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker. At Mandion Gelden. He's like, what is he doing here?
What do you mean? It's part of our group.
You're with this tourist? Whatever. I'm glad I'm not involved. That's all I have to say.
What do you guys know each other?
And he speaks up and says, yeah, well, Lokir wouldn't want you involved, that's why.
Best of luck on your assignment, gentlemen.
Thanks. So we gotta go take care of some chickens.
I guess so.
Never Cold goes ahead and points out that the factory farm is actually on the outside of the city walls.
Okay.
He marks it on your map for you.
Thanks.
He's like, if any of you need any extra wares or anything like that, the old man's inside. But you're not coming in, metal outlander.
Think I want in there? That's just fine. My friends will know what I need.
What kind of goods we talking, Nevercold?
Nevercold kind of like looks back and forth. He's like, all the good stuff Lord Geronimus doesn't want us to have anymore. Keep it on the close, or you won't be coming back. I'll let one of you in at a time, but I can't have a whole crowd in there. Too much attention.
All right. I'll go check it out.
Okay. All right. All right, big fella. The rest of you scram. I don't need you sitting around here.
Mandion Gelden sits around there and makes sure that nothing happens to Ulzgud.
So you make any attempt to be inconspicuous?
I'm gonna try to be a little nonchalant. I'm gonna like lean against the wall and stuff.
Sure.
I'm not trying to be out of sight from the building or anything.
Trying to keep to the shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
To some degree. All right, very good.
Argonians like that.
You are led, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, by this armor-clad Argonian, hooded. You take note of the large warhammer strewn over his back and sheathed to the back of his person. He kind of has to turn sideways and side straddle to get in between some boxes that are kind of snaked along in this rather tight alleyway. He's like, through here, mind the club, don't knock any shit over.
You don't gotta tell me. I'll attempt to do the same.
Why don't you give me a dexterity check, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker? Pretty good. You managed to slell your way through quite deftly, despite some more of the more bulbous objects dangling from your person. So, not bad. And before long, you are you're in you find a small, warm candle light source, and you see that this alleyway ends in a dead end. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, it's fenced off, and you can just make out some of the torches that are sitting on top of the perimeter wall. That's a good 20-30 feet above ground level. Try to keep your voice down around here. And you watch this never cold, kind of twists this iron bar up of this door, and there's this terrible moaning, and he has to, like, you see him heave on this door, and it opens quite slowly, with both of his hands grasping it, and he motions you in, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, to the darkness. Do you enter, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
Of course.
Very good. So you enter into the space, and it's a dark little hallway for a few footfalls, and then you see light up ahead, just around the corner of this little foyer area. You part the curtains. Let's see. And up above you, probably the most imposing in this warm interior, is this scone chandelier that hangs a good 10 feet from the ceiling probably being about a good, like, 30 feet tall or so. So it's quite the boisterous interior in here. A rug covering most of the visible ground in front of you immediately on top of the wooden floor. It's some type of large blue beast that has been skinned, and is put in its place here as like a rug of some caliber. It seems to you that the room is kind of split. You are walled off from the other half of this room, which continues on seemingly for a good way, by these vertical iron bars, almost like that of like a jail cell, almost, if you will. And standing behind the counter, shelves of potions and knickknacks beyond this individual, is a man. Seems to you to be a high elf, perhaps, dressed in a very similar armor with little arcane runes. Very, very similar to Nevercold. A white, slick-back-haired, green-eyed, yellow-skinned high elf. A Altmer. I think the first one the party's encountered. He sits beyond this little waist-high counter, with the iron bars on it separating you and he. He's like, hey, customer. I'm Gilgalad Nirn. Welcome.
Gilgalad Nirn. Nice to meet you.
I'll bust that out in the chat, because that one's a bit of a mouthful.
I'm Ulzgud.
The pleasure's mine. You don't seem like you're
Is,
very...
Is Skeezewell here?
No, Skeezewell Binbag, you are not here.
Oh.
you are sitting out in the dark, with Syphax and Mandion, eagerly awaiting your turn, perhaps. Master Binbag, if you only one entrant is allowed in here at a time, as per the...
Part of the interruption.
No. You'll be up next, presumably, if all goes well. I welcome you to my little abode, and trust that you'll keep what you see in here, despite, of course, from what you buy. Now, if you don't mind me saying, you don't seem the most magically inclined, sir. Are you sure you're in the right place?
Ulzgud snorts and turns his nose up a little. How presumptuous of you. I show him a little flash of a couple of my spell scrolls.
Oh, well, I see. Well, seems you know a spell from your ass anyhow. What is it I can get for you, sir?
Well, I was just told that there was a little shop here with some things that I might not find elsewhere. I want to know what you have for me.
Of course. What with the banning and outlawing of any unauthorized magic users from that bumbling fool Geronimus, my type have been almost run out of the city. You'll find no finer enchanted wares here, my boy.
Enchanted wares. Yeah, let's take a peek.
Okay. I mean, he's got quite a few. He's got a pretty decent potion selection, if you desire for any potions. And he also has he has magical items for sale. Just to, you know, to skip the guesswork here. He has a great manner of potions and magical items. He's got some spell scrolls for sale as well. Quite a bit. Though seemingly a bit more on the expensive side. Is there anything you're looking for? Roughly, Master Bone-Breaker. His selection is quite large enough that I can't, you know, there's no way for me to display it to you. It's immense.
Okay. I guess I want to see if he has any shields or rings.
Ooh. Let me see. Ooh. Let's see. He does have an enchanted shield. It's pretty sick. It's a shield of plus, well, let's see. What would it be? It'd be like an enchanted shield of like +3. It's pretty serious. Yeah, it's pretty serious.
Big boy.
Oh yeah, no, it'll give you like a +2 AC.
Before.
Pretty gnarly. It'll run you fucking at least like 750 gold, though, he tells you.
Okay.
A
Duly noted.
Fat price. He's like, perhaps, maybe something to ease the burden of the Dram Ward, perhaps.
Go on.
Wow.
What do you have for that?
I see. Take a look at this. And he reaches down over beyond the counter and takes out a black box. And he lifts up the black box, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, and within it is undoubtedly a Dramulet.
Damn.
For but a mere 400 gold, I can get you with your own anti-Dram Ward amulet. Help keep you from the fetching confound war. Those
What's the
ignoramuses.
catch?
No catch at all, my boy. And I've also done away with the extra little enchantments that they hide away in there that unveil your location to them when you cast spells.
Ah. Smart man.
Though I ask that you, of course, uphold your secrecy to the utmost. I have my own extra enchantment on here, you see, and there'll be dire consequences if anything unfortunate is to be said about my presence here and what I'm doing. You must understand, I must tie up any loose ends that may arise.
So let me just make sure I'm clear here. I take that and I tell someone bad things happen?
That's correct.
That's not a catch at all. I don't need to tell anyone.
It appears we have
You
an
know what,
understanding
though,
then.
I don't have the gold on me, but my one of my party members does, and it's definitely gonna be interested in this.
I see.
Let me send him in.
I see. Very well, I shall allow it. Nevercold, please allow his friend in. And then you can see Nevercold is just kind of looking at you as Bone-Breaker. Like the iron door is one of those classic like eye hole slit ones that has another little eye hole slit door within itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see the aqua wizard eyes from Nevercold looking at you through them. Which friend do you want, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker?
Never cold. Ask for Skeezewell to come in here.
So be it. And then Nevercold closes the eyes to it. Skeezewell Binbag, you are approached in the dark by this armor-clad, hooded Argonian. by this armor-clad Argonian. He's like, your pale friend in there wants you, hooded one. With the pointy hat.
Gold, you mean? All right, Mandion, cough it up.
The gold. Mandion hands 71 gold to Skeezewell. If you want more, I'll have to unlock this bag again.
You'll have to unlock this bag, I guess.
Caesar looks dismayedly at the 71 gold.
Mandion Gelden takes out his thieves' tools to unlock the bag of holding.
All right, give me a
I'm sorry,
dexterity check.
never cold. This never happens. I don't know why he's locked the bag. I mean, I need to get in there.
Whatever, hurry up before the guards come.
How much? I mean, what do you want me to roll?
Dexterity, your thieves' tools check to get this open in a hurry.
Hurry!
Not bad. I'll allow it.
How much gold do you need? Mandion starts tipping the gold out of the endless void.
Well, if this is the black shop. Nope, sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. We're gonna need all the gold. Who knows how much it would cost in there, or what he's found.
I take an additional 331 gold and hand it to Skeezewell. I have 0 currency on my person.
Okay, and this is the 331 plus 71.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Skeezewell Binbag. Add the 402 gold to your inventory.
400, 401, 402. All right, Mandion. Good accounting. Thank you, Never Cold.
Yeah, just hurry up. Get over here already.
All right, I'm in.
Okay, and then Nevercold kind of like ushers you before him, and you find yourself swelling in quite tightly between these crates that have been haphazardly stacked in this alleyway. And the Argonian lifts up this heavy iron door, a lever to swing open this heavy iron door, and he motions you to get inside, Skeezewell Binbag, with the entirety of the Crimson Gold's communal financial supply. And you enter into the space to find a warmly lit interior with your friend, Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, and a rather shrewd-looking high elf standing on the other end of what looks to you to be a counter.
The Skeezewell sees that he's elvish, right? It's pretty clear.
Yeah, I would say he has that distinctive yellow pigment of skin and slanty eyes, kind of like Syphax's, but that very distinct kind of like lime green high elven eye hue.
Salam alaikum, Ashani.
Skeezewell gives the typical elvish greeting in elvish, the language he speaks.
Ooh, okay, very good.
It is I, Skeezewell, Binbag.
The figure returns the greeting in the elvish tongue. He says that your elvish isn't bad. In elvish as well. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, I don't think you speak elvish, do you?
I do not.
Yeah, no. There's a bit of between Skeezewell and this figure beyond the counter briefly.
Sounds familiar, but definitely I don't know.
Seems like it's going all right.
Skeezewell hands the 402 to Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Ulzgud Bone-Breaker, you get 402 gold.
I will accept it, and I will just show Skeezewell. Does one of these bad boys interest you? Show him the Dramulet.
Yeah, you look over yonder, Skeezewell Binbag, and see perhaps the prize the magic users of the Crimson Bones have been waiting for. One of those fancy Dramulets that will allow you to cast spells within the mile city limits that the Dram Ward surrounds without requiring to make a check to see if it's successfully done.
Skeezewell needs 227. How much gold is it?
400.
Asks in Elvish.
Yeah, but 400 gold pieces can get you one of these. A bargain, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Skeezewell's talking in Elvish.
I've seen bargains, my friend. I've seen a bargain. Can't you make it 350? I mean, we're talking about complete secrecy. Crimson Bones are an ally.
Crimson Bones, you say? Give me a persuasion check, Skeezewell Binbag.
Yes.
Long time coming, bud. Long time coming. About what I expected. 16 plus 7 for 23. Well, I suppose I can't turn up an offer like that with your guaranteed secrecy. I trust I'll be getting it back someday, and it won't end up being destroyed around your neck if you betray me. So very
Betrayal
well.
is never an option.
So be it then. Odd-looking stranger.
So Skeezewell has 73. However much I need. How much is that?
Let's see.
Like 2. Fuck.
Let's see. I'll bust
So
out
you
the
need
calc.
350 for the thing, right? And you have 73.
Correct.
That's
so you need
279.
277.
Yeah, 277.
All right, so that's what I'm taking from 402.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good.
So 125 left over.
Okay. All right. And I guess you'll have that Ulzgud Bone-Breaker.
Yeah, I'll add that to what I have.
And I guess Skeezewell Binbag, this would be now 350 gold from you, which I think will be all your gold. Yes. Fucking being handed over to this high elf beyond the counter. There's a little like bank teller slit for the passage of items.
I have a question for the elf. Do you have anything in the ways of detection?
What do you mean, my boy? Detection of what?
Things hide. Perhaps invisible things or things most people wouldn't see.
Let's see. That's a good one. Honestly, there's quite a few. Let's see. You tell. Here's a real test of my knowledge. He kind of rummages around a bit of his shelving, and busts out what appears to be like a kind of like helmet stabilizer, like something a soldier would wear to help brace their head from the crude material of a rather heavy helmet. But instead it has these lenses on it that have what would appear to be these type of gemstones, like a thin like gemstone lens of some type, within these noculars. And he brings this over and busts it out. He's like, for 200 gold, I can offer you these goggles of night eye. Though I don't suspect you quite need these. Let me see what else I can get. The goggles of night eye will allow any creature that doesn't have dark vision to be able to have, to be able to benefit from dark vision without needing a torch, allowing them to see in dark conditions much easier. For 200 gold. And if you already have dark vision, this will extend the range of your dark vision. An interesting item. Other than that, he has, let's see, there has to be like a potion of fucking like true sight, like a true sight potion of some kind.
Dust of appearance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. There might actually be dust of appearance.
They have dust of disappearance.
They do have dust of disappearance as well. So I would say they could have dust of appearance potentially.
Yeah, let's hit a Google inside of the compendium.
Oh wow, right. I would say there's a potion of fucking appearance, perhaps. Potion of clairvoyance, maybe? No. Potion of... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll have to make the potion of true sight.
Should have glasses of true sight. Make the school wear a pair of glasses.
The monocle of true sight.
Monocle of true sight.
I'll bust out. Let's see. Gilgalad's Nirn will bust out the potion of true sight for 100 gold. But you see invisible foes and magical sources. But only for a minute. You know what, for 5 minutes. Let's see.
Very tempting.
I mean, those are probably the two, like, the two best deals he would have to offer. As far as that, as far as revealing, I mean, he can get you a potion. He can get you like spell scrolls. He can get you some spell scrolls. Let's see, spell scrolls of... What are they thinking around here? So you level 1 spell scroll for 50 gold. And what about like... Oh, there's like detect magic scrolls he can give you and so on. Pretty much the entire spell scroll repertoire is up for grabs. Little like enchanted daggers and so on. A bunch of enchanted weaponry. Seems like is beyond the veil there. Need soul gems? I've got a sale on soul gems going. Whatever you need.
I think I'm good here.
Very well. I implore your secrecy and hope you'll be back soon. You, sir, would you care for that dramulet? He looks over to you, Skeezewell, Binbag.
I suppose it's well mine now.
Okay. Alright, so be it. So be it, Skeezewell, Binbag. You usher forth 350 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
Across the counter to this high elf. And in exchange, you are given back this silver, beautiful blue gemmed amulet with 3 small dots signifying the banner of Garza. And you are granted this dramulet. this anti-Dram Ward amulet that will allow you to cast spells freely within the city limits. A powerful, powerful, powerful magical trinket while you are within the streets of Garza. And that is where we will end our session tonight, gentlemen.
Damn.
With this
What an
great
achievement
purchase being
first.
had, a major magical milestone being had, and the poor people of Garza about to become the victims for the last time.
Oh, no.
Fireballs
None,
will rain upon the city.
none will truly be safe. Now that Skeezewell Binbag is unleashed and free. And I thank you, gentlemen, very much for participating in the session as usual.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Hope
Oh, yeah.
everyone
Thank you.
enjoyed themselves. I believe our next meeting date is on the 5th of August. Yes, the 5th of August.
Very good.
And
then 2 weekends after that, we're expecting to meet. Is it 2 weekends after that, or 3 weekends from now?
Yes,
Going
yeah, the
after that. I know there's
19th.
some scheduling issues, so.
The 19th Saturday. Does everyone think they're still going to be game for perhaps